Let's go get some sushi and talk. I've always loved sushi, but recently I've just been craving it like non-stop. I had it yesterday and I had it the other day as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna go to like an actual sushi place. I'm just gonna go to like the supermarket and buy sushi there, which basically isn't like the real stuff, but it's the next best option at the moment. Yeah, but I've not done anything like this. Like, it's just usually me in the car, I drive with me, but I kind of want to change it up a little bit, you know what? I just want to add a little bit of flavour, some spice into these videos. I'm not gonna lie, I don't normally vlog in public, but it's something that I want to be doing, and the more I do it, the better I'll get at doing vlogging in public, the easier it will be. Especially doing it alone. I think doing it alone is the hardest thing. Mission success, we got the stuff. This is the rainbow salmon poke bowl, and then obviously the main attraction, got some sushi here. I think this is just the salmon prawn California rolls, and finally, to top it all off, you can't go wrong with a smoothie. This is the Naked Blue Machine super smoothie. It just sounds really good, but I doubt it's actually as good as it sounds. Actually, the one thing I wanted to talk about is something that actually happened a year to about nearly a year and a half ago-ish. I'm just going to speak from my personal experience. From my experience, it hasn't turned out to be the best, and I don't think I'll ever go down that route necessarily. When I was in my final year university, I wanted to do, my friend actually approached me with this creative idea, because we both are very creative people, and we wanted to do like a joint business that can kind of basically earn us money, because we weren't earning any money when you were at university. And yeah, he wanted to start a clothing brand, and I was like, yeah, let's do it, I'm on it. Basically, what ended up happening was we didn't really have the same end goal in mind. And just because we were friends, that we were sticking by this project, just only because we were friends and we were doing it, but we really didn't have the same ideas, in the sense that we had the same brand philosophy, you'd like to say, like what the brand is about, because it's something that we can confidently say is relatable to both of us. But the way I approach some stuff is completely different to the way he approaches some stuff, and that's completely fine. Obviously different people have different ways of trying things, of different approaches, whatever. But I feel like the reason why it didn't work is there was a massive lack in communication, and I feel like I should have technically addressed it. I should have said, listen, we're not really communicating here, rather than just let it kind of happen. And when you have your own ideas but you don't communicate to your business partner, then it just doesn't, it means that it just doesn't make sense, doesn't it? And yeah, I just think the communication aspect was probably the key thing that didn't lead us to really pursuing it. But yeah, I mean, maybe a business with your friends could work if you happen to have it, but I just feel like mixing business with friendship is a thin line. Like, you have to kind of make sure that you're on the same page every step of the way. It is not easy. Actually, the one thing I probably learned from day one is really identifying and just clarifying what you want out of it and exactly what you want. Because I feel like even though I might have clarified on certain things, how we want to tackle this, and we had the same mission statement in mind or whatever, we had the same goal, the way we got trying to get to that goal was not the same. You can have one big goal, but there are plenty of small goals, especially along the journey, and if they weren't the same, or you didn't really talk things through, then it's not going to be very, and you're just creating resistance then. I'm not a very confrontational kind of person, never have been. So just having these conversations naturally has been hard for me. Like, it's not easy for me to just go up and to tell someone that this is how I exactly feel, just because I don't really like letting people down, and I don't really like people feeling bad about something, and I feel like, you just have to do it, because otherwise, if you don't clarify things, if you don't really say what you feel and how you're feeling to another person, especially in that situation, it actually creates more problems and just more, like I said, resistance. So what happened was, actually there was a point where I knew that he wanted to put, you know, loads of hours into it, and 100% agreed, but I realized that I can't put 100% of my hours into something that I'm not completely passionate about. So literally one night after, we sat down in my car because I was driving, and we just stopped, just talked about everything, and I just explained to him that, oh God, listen, this is not really what I really want anymore. It's not something that I can see myself in the future putting so much hours in, and I think it's a bit unfair to drag you along if I can't give it 100%. And yeah, just having that honest conversation, first of all, felt good, because it felt like everything that all the thoughts I had within me, I'd let the other person know, and it just clarified everything. It was so nice to do that. The feeling was really good, and then the way he reciprocated was really good as well. Like, completely understood. You know, he didn't say anything. He knew what I was trying to talk about, and he really appreciated that I had told him. And this was before we did any we put a lot of money in or anything like that into the business. So this is very early stages anyway. I don't want to go into the deep end and then have to pull out of that. That would have been bad. So having done that earlier was actually quite a good thing. But he understood. Sometimes you have to express how you feel, especially to friends in certain situations. Don't be afraid to do it. Realistically, don't be afraid to do it. It actually ends up, first of all, you learn a lot about yourself, and you grow when you have these conversations, because it takes a certain level of maturity to have these conversations, and it is something that I want to start doing a lot more. It's a really good thing, and it's a really good habit to get into, I think. And it's been beneficial, for me at least. But let me know if you've ever had that kind of experience, or you've had to make and have tough conversations with people, especially close people, and how it went. I'll be intrigued. I'm going to finish this and my sushi, and I'll see you in a bit.